I am a coach. I was coach of the national basketball team in England for many years, and I coached a lot of my early career before I became a sports psychologist. And it was coaching that led me into sports psychology, because I realized the more I coached, the more I realized that players were influenced by their attitude, either positively or negatively. And so I retrained as a sports psychologist, but an applied sports psychologist. So I don't shrink players, I stretch their performance by helping them overcome mental, emotional difficulties.
Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
What we have to realize about high-level sport is it's a mental and emotional challenge. We look at a player, and we look at a player physically or technically or maybe even tactically, but actually that player's behavior on the field is driven by their thinking, their attitude. Strong-minded, weak-minded, confident, anxious. And so when a player has a problem, just like they can have a physical injury, they can have a mental injury, they might lose confidence coming back from an injury, say, I perhaps can help them with some strategies for overcoming that. We had this idea that if a football player saw a basketball player like Michael Jordan in a short film talking about there are no excuses for a professional player, you must work every day, that would have an impact. And it did. They liked that. And they enjoyed the variety of the stories and the variety of the films. And of course, because I'm working with 20 consistently, I repeat the message every time I come. And so I started the talk with the first team yesterday, and I said to Wild Brahma, well, you come and give this talk, you know what I'm going to say. And he said, I do know what you're going to say. And he did, but it needs saying all the time, because attitude is like a petrol tank. We use it up. We start with good attitude, and then life and events and situations, and we find we're running on empty. Our attitude is poor. So we need to fill it up occasionally. And that's what I do with 20. I come back every 4 or 5 weeks, fill up the attitude tank, so we're strong and positive. You cannot be excellent one day and not the next. You cannot make good choices in your attitude one day and not the next. You choose your attitude, and you choose every day. That's what mental strength is. It's not doing it once. It's not being strong in one game. It's being strong in every game. It's being strong when you're in the lead and holding on. It's being strong when you're losing the game and staying in the game and trying to come back. It's an everyday thing. Well, I think I work in a lot of teams in different cultures. I'm in America next week working with the American football team. And each culture has difference. But I find the Dutch culture very serious, very professional, hard-working, very thoughtful, enjoy ideas, a very intelligent approach to football. And I quite like that. And I enjoy my trips to 20. They're challenging. Players and trainer have opinions. That's good.
So are they open-minded? Are they willing to?
Very open-minded. And it's like anything else, really. I've been so often now that it's not the psychologist coming, it's Bill. And that makes life easier. And they're more comfortable with me, and they're open-minded, and if I suggest something now, it's not a threat, it's Bill helping. And that's lovely.
Do you study players or do you study characters on a team?
I study players and find out what character they have. And the character of a player is revealed in the 90 minutes of a performance. How they react to setbacks, how they react to challenge, difficulties, being in the lead or losing the game. That's when character's revealed. So I study the players and look for their strengths.
So can any character fit in a team?
No.
Which one can?
Well, it depends, because that's a difficult question, because a team is a blend and a balance. A team has some soldiers, strong, determined, very disciplined players, and a team has artists. So Kenneth Perez was an artist for 20, and the team molds itself to take care of the artist, because the artist changes the game in one moment. So a team is a blend and a balance. So there is no personality that cannot be adapted to a team, but the team must adapt as well. You are searching for every 1%, because it can be 1% at the end of the season that makes the difference. So the job of the trainer is to build a staff around who add small percentages to his contribution, and that's why I was delighted when Co Arians invited me and gave me freedom to talk to the players. That's a very big thing for a trainer to do and shows a lot of confidence, and I'm very grateful for that.